but for the fact that he worked so hard to get the nomination, and he worked so hard in the presidency itself. I don't think any president worked harder than Jimmy Carter. And of course, the Carter Center reflects the meetings and negotiations and the handshakes and photo opportunities.
Huh? What happened? Go. What I thought
Yes, you did by accident.
I guess I did an accident. I thought to move with me, yeah.
You saw ABCD News Live. Jimmy Carter. Pretend like we're on news.
I am standing on.
Jimmy Carter.
I think he did the Carter, man. Oh,
Yeah.
not the Carter. You don't know how to. Oh.
Jimmy Carter. That's how you call him.
Is it?
No, why are you on Prime Video?
Jimmy is James.
It's Jimmy Carter, not James Carter.
You don't know how to open
Fall
it.
Guy. No, that's Prime Video. That's all the movies are. Alphabet. Gunda. Alphabet. No, you're pressing Alphabet. Gunda.
Again,
No,
that's
you're
not
pressing
it.
M&A. Okay, let me do it. I'm a professional.
That one, go. Yeah, that one.
Wait.
No, on Netflix now. Let me do it.
How you end up Netflix?
Let me do it. So you're supposed to. I don't know.
Go back. You see.
You're supposed to put it off, then you put it on, back on. Then it works.
I will say ABC News.
ABC News GFG.
Turn it on then.
I'm trying. Oh.
I thought you did turn it on.
I don't know why.
I'm trying. But
I got.
no, I did not professional.
Oh,
See,
that.
then it works and you wait for it to load.
The thing is, there.
That's the one. Go to news.
Where is
Go to news.
the click button? Oh.
Okay.
Press. And that is trustworthy, so I'll give it to him.
Also, that's a year now.
Mom, you can watch Jimmy Carter now.
Public's need to understand what was happening to their president. We're hearing and seeing that in real time. I'm also struck by the fact that we are here at the Carter Center, as he so eloquently put, a building that is dedicated to their legacy, their purpose in life on this earth. You know, when you think about what it takes to actually heal the world of a disease, that's something that happened here with the work of Jimmy and Rosalind Carter, something that they accomplished on their own. Two normal, everyday people from a peanut farm in Plains, Georgia, who ascended to a position where they were able to help humanity. That's an amazing legacy that they leave behind. And I think I'll say this as a closing thought for me, in that, you know, what we've seen today in the pictures and the moments and the sounds and the choir and the diversity of people, both racially and politically, who have come out to say goodbye to this president. This is only the beginning of what will be several days of tributes to the president, but I think it shows how to properly say goodbye, and that is with thanks, with love, and respect. Mary.
A proper goodbye for, as you put it, two ordinary people who went on to change the world. You've been watching the state funeral of former President Jimmy Carter. His remains at the Carter Presidential Center in Atlanta. He will stay there, where he will lie in repose until Tuesday to allow members of the public to pay their respects. It is expected 2,000 guests per hour will be able to say their goodbye. Then the former president will make his final trip to Washington, D.C., the state funeral there at the National Cathedral on Thursday. Finally, Carter will be buried back home in Plains, Georgia, beside his beloved wife of 77 years, Rosalind. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to our team, Mary Jordan, Steve Osensami, and Mark Updegrove. Our coverage continues on ABC News Live at abcnews.com, and we will have live coverage on ABC when the former president's remains arrive at the nation's capital midday on Tuesday. I'm Mary Bruce in New York. Have a good evening.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. You have been watching ABC News Live special
See?
coverage
That's
of the
the
memorial
first
service for our 39th president, Jimmy Carter, in his home state of Georgia. We want to continue now reflecting on Carter's life and legacy with our senior national correspondent, Steve Osensami, and presidential historian, Mark Updegrove. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Steve, I'd like to begin with you. Jimmy Carter himself decided the details of these services and that it would all start in his native Georgia, of course, the first of 3 of these celebrations. How do you think the day reflected the man?
I think it reflected the man very well. Some of the most beautiful images I've seen were of his casket being moved into the Carter Center with the band playing behind him and the family watching over him. When they moved the casket into the Carter Center for that first service, it was absolutely a beautiful moment. You mentioned, Phil, that, we've been planning for this for some time. The details of this have been in the works for many, many years and were very complicated. We're talking about a state funeral for a former president. But one important thing that former President Jimmy Carter wanted, that he insisted upon, was that the very first event for his state funeral, which began when his casket was moved out of that hospital in South Georgia, is he wanted to have a service here at the Carter Center in front of and involving the people who helped he